Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. The Shapeshifter cards are getting leaked, and honestly, we are in for some very crazy cards because EA is teasing the stats here in the menus, but we have the official cards leaked. And they honestly look wild. That's the main news right now. We're going to take a look through all the leaks of Shapeshifter cards coming out this Friday, tomorrow in FC 25, but also in the right here and the right now, the last day of Ultimate TOTS. We do have the 82 times 20 grind back, and it is a little bit better, but it's not exactly how it should be. We're going to talk about that and look at the market for a bit today. Look at division rivals rewards and the impact that's going to have on things, as well as maybe the best time to buy team of the season cards from Ultimate TOTS if you want that for your team, or a team of the season fodder investment. Let's get into things, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Let's talk about that 82 times 20 a little bit more, because that is the biggest news from yesterday's content. I don't think really any of us were expecting the 82 times 20 to come back on a Wednesday. It feels like EA's trying to make Ultimate TOTS a little bit better after knowing this is the SBC we wanted, but these are not still the requirements that we want. We have V1 and V2, and they did make it a little bit better. Of course, now instead of having to turn in 2 89s and 2 90s in the version 2 that is one squad, you turn in 3 87s, 2 88s, and 1 89, and in version 1, they're requiring less 85s and 6s. You need 4 86s and 4 85s. So entirely, it is cheaper. Like, you take a look at the prices, 58K for V1, which is actually really interesting now that V1 is the more expensive one, because last time around V2 was more expensive because of the 90s. V2, which is one squad, is only 38,000 coins at the moment because 87s are still pretty cheap. Yesterday, after content, 87s did start to rise. They went from min price 5.2K, and they did end up going up to about 5.6. It's not showing here on Bruno's graph, but they did go up to about 5.6, almost 6,000 coins. Guys, these 87s have been minimum price since April 20th. Isn't that insane that all these cards have been minimum price for that long? I think that's why EA had made these requirements once again what they are, because they're trying to save fodder. But here's the thing. In the first place, fodder shouldn't be minimum price on the market, so this shouldn't be a problem that EA has to solve. It just shows maybe some poor management of how they've run packs or the market or supply on this game in general this year. We shouldn't have to have this problem and therefore have these requirements to get these 82 times 20s to try to lift those fodder prices. We should just have an 83 and an 84 rated squad with a team of the week or a team of the season, because that would be so easy to unlimited grind these packs. Now, they are more grindable, and I want to go through what is the best grind with this. I think personally the 8220 V2 is better, because if you can get those 87s, basically you need 3 of those 87s. It's not that hard to get 188 and 189. You already have some in your club, and then you go ahead and do each one of these, right? I think the best way to do it is to put all of your 82 and rated below golds, 82 rated and below golds, into the 82 plus 1 of 4 player pick. This for me is the best way to get those 85s, 86s and above to then put into the 82 times 20s. The 82 to 84 rated cards go really good into the team of the week upgrade, not just to give you team of the weeks that you can use for your 83 14s and 84 times 7 combos every single day, but also to give you 86, 87, and 88 rated cards that can go in to the 82 times 20. And then that's kind of what I would do with the fodder right now. It's those 5 SBCs that you want to look at. The TOTS crafting upgrade is a part of this too, because you're going to need some gold rares at some point for the 82 plus player picks. This is going to give you an opportunity to rinse out those gold commons in your club and a couple of rares to get you 5 rares back. So I think it's those 5 SBCs there, but mainly these 3, and then sprinkling in the Team of the Week upgrade and the TOTS crafting upgrade as you need to. Now, speaking of fodder a little bit more, today's a big day for these prices. As you can see, 86s are back up at 9,000 coins, 85s are still 5K, 87s, as we talked about, are down, still at minimum price 5.2. We're going to have a little bit of supply tape today from Rivals Rewards, and we're going to talk about more related to that at the end of the video with Team of the Season cards, but there shouldn't be a ton of supply, because this is the first week of Rivals Rewards when we are all in a new season, a new division. We're all kicked down 2 divisions from where we were, so a lot of us are getting lower level rewards this week than we were last week in the last 2 weeks, and that means the amount of supply that hits the market today is going to be less. This is a trend that we've seen each and every time we get a new season throughout this year. So if you want to buy 86s today, I think they can go down a little bit. I don't think they're going to crash though. Remember 86s last week on Thursday went went from like 9,000 coins all the way to 4K. I don't think they're going to go that low this week. Maybe they go to like 6K or 6,500 coins, and that will make the 82 times 20 cheaper if you're spending coins on it. But I don't think that's a crazy investment that you want to make unless it's just a quick flip trade and you're going to get on some bids. That's what I would do for that sort of fodder right now. I wouldn't really invest in a whole lot of that part of fodder. Now, other fodder, since we're on this topic, that you could invest in today is Team of the Season cards, because this is going to be the last supply for Team of the Seasons before TOTS cards go out of packs. And of course, as we know, there's still a lot of SBCs out right now that are requiring Team of the Seasons. Those Team of the Season or Team of the Week requirements are going to continue. So for the high rated 95 TOTS cards that are in packs still for Ultimate Team of the Season, I do believe they're going to get supplied a little bit today. I don't think they're going to go too much lower, maybe like 17, 18,000 coins. If they go there, I think you pay that price. I think you do, because these are probably going to continue to rise as we head out of TOTS, unless EA drop a tradable TOTS pack that's very repeatable and very cheap. I think those cards are probably going to continue to go up. Now, I want to shout Team of the Weeks once again too, because after these Team of the Seasons keep going up and up and up in price, Team of the Weeks are still very, very cheap out here. They are. And a lot of the SBCs, some of them, not all of them, still require a Team of the Week or a Team of the Season. So Team of the Week cards could end up picking up if the Team of the Season cards continue to go crazy in price with a lot of higher rated ones in there, and just the lack of supply of those, and a lot of people being used to putting the Team of the Season cards in the SBCs. That's just one thing to mention. So that's the 82 times 20 grind and a little bit of a fodder conversation in a nutshell. I will end with saying this. I do believe that the pack weight has been slightly turned up. Not because I had some really good pack pulls yesterday. I packed Suarez from an 82 plus pick, but I had more blues consistently from the 82 times 20s. Like, I probably opened 10 to 15 of these the last time they were out, and I packed 1 or 2 blues. I've only opened probably like 7 or 8, and I've already had 2 blues, and I've seen from a lot of you guys in chat that the weight seems to be just a little bit better on these. So I know it's not going to affect everybody, because you may have opened 20 and not seen a single blue yet, but you know how pack weight goes. It is random. Keep trying though. I think if you want to spend one last day today putting a little bit of a grind in, trying those 8220s, it is worth your time. But the best part about those is they're going to be out during Shapeshifters as well. That's, in my opinion, the best part of the 82 times 20. This grind is going to be here for another 5 days, and that's something to look forward to. At least I am, because these Shapeshifter cards look wild. Now, let's go to Evolutions, where we had an Evo yesterday. It's a free one, the Cut and Curl Evo. This is that right wing, left wing Finesse Plus Evo that was leaked before content yesterday. The best part about this is it's good for chains. If you've got a card that needs Finesse Plus, then you can put Finesse Plus on a card and have it for future Evo chains, because it only takes you up to a 93 rated. But the only problem is this Evo is very restrictive, because it is max 2 positions. But really, this Evo feels like it's made for gold Kylian Mbappe. You can give him Finesse Plus, you give him the right wing position, give him a very nice passing boost, a little bit of a shooting and dribbling boost, and a good physical boost, and the 5-star weak foot, and you're primed for a 93 rated Mbappe Evo, potentially during Shapeshifters. Maybe you add a position with that Evo, or maybe you just add some good stats and some more playstyle pluses. This to me feels like a free chain evolution for any of the cards that do fit. So I'm kind of watching the Gervinho and a Barbo here. This Willian from Back and Foot Birthday does look pretty good as well, but for me it's going to probably end up being maybe a Barbo. I really want a low driven plus on him, but maybe we'll put it on him or Gervinho. So that's the evolution from yesterday. You can see on Flippin right now, there's actually a really crazy combo for Hudlin if you get a hold of his card, with like 4 or 5 of the evolutions that are out right now. Left wing position change into Kuhn's Legacy, Canonize Me Captain, Free Kick Master, and then Cut and Curl. That's a really crazy combo. Tech, Finesse, and low driven with those stats in 5-5. Not very many base playstyles, but for those Hudland Evo enjoyers, or somebody who's trying to Evo Hudland, there you go. There's a pretty crazy combination there. Now, let's get to the big news about Shapeshifters. I know a lot of us, myself still included, I'm looking forward to getting out of Ultimate TOTS and into these Shapeshifter cards, man, because after seeing this loading screen and after seeing the leaks of the cards, it feels like endgame, man. That's what I keep thinking when I see the stats. 99 dribble, 98 passing, 98 rated cards coming into Shapeshifters. Sure, these cards are not going to be cheap. I'm not expecting that. We're going to talk about how I expect their prices to work for starters. But these cards just look crazy, man. When you take a look at the stats and in terms of intrigue with some of the position changes, I want to try a lot of these cards because this seems fun, at least to me. I'm loving this idea and concept once again. We haven't had Shapeshifters since FIFA 23. We've been talking about it, and now that we have the leaks and we have some of these cards, I'm genuinely getting excited for it, man, because when have you been able to use Harry Kane at center mid? When have you been able to think about using some other players in positions that are small changes, but also really massive changes too? Let's look at these official stats cards, starting with a center mid Harry Kane, which doesn't even feel like that big of a position change because when he was playing for Spurs, he kind of played like Cam center mid a little bit in his later years. Intercept, pinged, incisive, and finesse. But look at those stats. 92 is the lowest face stat on the card. 96 shooting, 98 pass, 94 dribble. That is a nuts card. Maradona, I'm actually a little bit kind of underwhelmed with this card. 99 dribble and 97 passing is great, but they moved him from cam to right wing. A right wing should be more pacey as a shapeshifter position change. I thought they would have maybe given him a bit higher pace, like 97. It's still going to be Maradona. He's got the rapid plus, probably quick step base. He's going to be absolutely insane. For sure, the most expensive icon card in packs, I would reckon. But I think I was hoping for maybe a little more pace. But that's still a really crazy card. 4 playstyle pluses you see there, all very good ones as well. And I want to take a look at, I mentioned prices a couple times, just kind of to look back on FIFA 23's squad of these shapeshifters and shapeshifter icons. Guys, they started kind of expensive. Like, obviously, this right card was a very fun card. I packed him, I remember, the first day of shapeshifters back in FIFA 23, and he was a super fun one to use, as were a lot of these cards. There was a good number of them that were pretty cheap, that were fun to use, and easy to pack, but there were other of them that were very expensive. Like Bruno Fernandes started at 3.5 mil, and then you can see dropped off a lot during the weekend. That tells me, and that basically shows that these cards were difficult to pack, and they were very rare on the market in those first couple of days. Now, remember we had some of the 2-set versions. We had the right wing Van Persie and the cam center forward Van Persie. There was a couple other cards too that had 2 versions like Hierro. Even some regular shapeshifters, I think, down the line had that too. Rudiger was very expensive when he was first released. Yeah, he was 900k, then dropped to 500,000 coins. So I'm not saying these cards are going to be cheap or super packable, but they are high rated, pushing the power curve 100%. Looks like maybe all of them are going to have 4 playstyle pluses, which is definitely a need. And overall, for me, it's the intrigue with this. Like, I will want to try Vincent Kompany's card in net because does he have great playstyle pluses for a goalkeeper? No. He doesn't have the footwork. He doesn't have the far reach. He has long ball and pinged. Okay. He's got long throw and cross claimer. As I was saying in the stream yesterday, I don't know if I've ever seen the cross claimer playstyle plus ever been activated on my goalkeeper when he's going to punch a cross out. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen that little playstyle plus pop up over my keeper. However, I'm still interested in trying Vincent Kompany, and I think this is a decent player, and the other goalkeeper that we have coming in this team that's leaked right now as well are decent choices to put in here because, like, they're taller, they're center backs. The other ones that's leaked is a center back as well, but I'm just interested to try this out. That one for me, I don't think he's going to end up being that great in game, and that's how it always goes with these shapeshifter cards. You're going to have some that end up looking like they're going to be insane in game, like this card, and then you have some like the company who may not be that insane. You just never know. That's part of the fun with a shapeshifter's position change like this. Now, this card, okay, the dynamic image is probably not going to happen, but that card stat-wise and knowing what Lukaku is in game, this one looks crazy. Aerial pinged, bruiser, and anticipate. Bruiser with 97 physical, 96 defense on a center back with 92 pace and great passing and dribbling as well. That card looks absolutely nutty. And the one thing to remember is we have position change evos in this season. I've got the center defensive mid position change sitting in my club. That Lukaku may not be released with center defensive mid position, but you potentially could put that on his card because he would fit in that evo unless he has more than 3 positions. That's the requirement for these position change evos. If they have more than 3 positions, they do not fit. So that's one thing to watch out for with these shapeshifters. You might be able to do some crazy position changes with those. Not that they would fit other evolutions per se. Maybe a playstyle plus evolution depending on their rating. But a lot of them have 4 already, so they wouldn't. That's just, I want to try that card. I do. I do. Like, look at those stats. How can you not say that card doesn't look interesting? You know what I mean? Look at this Cafu card. Official stats for Cafu. CDM. Anticipate. He's got the incisive, tiki-taka, and first touch. First touch, I don't know why that's there, but 96 pace, 97 defending. Holy stats and playstyle pluses on these cards. That one for me is also going to be really interesting because Cafu's always really good in game, but moving him to the midfield, that's interesting. And this one might be the most mind-blowing of them all. This one almost seems wrong, but also I'm kind of here for it. Patrick Vieira, striker, finesse, low-driven, aerial, quick step, 97 shooting, 96 dribble, 94 pace, 90 physical as well. Probably is going to be some form of lengthy. Probably would still be able to be that. Maybe with a chem style or just basically how his card will be formatted. We'll have to see what the agility and balance is, but that almost seems wrong. But you think about some of the strikers that have been very overpowered, like Drogba, or like back in the early parts of the game as an Alexander Sorloth would be that kind of striker that this Vieira could be. He could be really good with those playstyle pluses. He might even have like bruiser base or something, which is something some people are putting on strikers right now for like big body players. It's actually enabling them to hold up the ball and do hold up play really well, kind of like some target forward type of play. So that card for me, it feels wrong. Like that's a position change that feels a bit wrong. But I'm also kind of down for it, man. Like, I don't know. That's pretty crazy to me. Now, we have a couple more leaks. Those are the main leaks that we have. All official stats for those cards. There's a few more leaks. We have Mia Hamm in the midfield. So they moved Cafu from right back to center mid. They moved Mia Hamm from striker to center mid. She's got tiki-taka, incisive, pinged, and intercept. Incredible passing play styles with ridiculous stats as well. Probably not one you'd want to position change and move to left wing or striker, but you know, maybe you could if she has less than 3 positions. I'm just thinking about those Evos from the season. Those are just going to be so usable in so many different ways. We've been saying that since the season dropped. But that card looks pretty crazy. Probably going to be expensive. And here's the other couple that have not been named yet in terms of official stats. We do have a Jonathan Tah goalkeeper card. And this is the one that I'm more interested in compared to company. Because Jonathan Tah is 6'5", and that means he potentially could be a better goalkeeper. So that's something to watch out for there with them. We also have a Italian striker UCL hero. A lot of people are trying to figure out who this is. A lot of guesses are saying Marchisio. Is it actually a hero, or is it like a hero from the Champions League that was Italian, like Donnarumma striker? We don't know. We don't exactly know this yet. Watch out for more leaks, but we're waiting for the official stats for Jonathan Tah, and we're also waiting for the official stats for Olise. Last thing I'll say about these Shapeshifter leaks is there's a lot of names that were in TOTS, namely the 3 Bundesliga cards, Olise, Kane, and Jonathan Tah. These are going to be very different than their TOTS cards for sure. This one might be one of the most meta in the team if he has good stats. I hope his stats are like just good. I mean, Foot Sheriff says he's going to be a striker. Obviously, we know his stats are going to be good. It's a 96, 7, or 8 rated Olise card that's going to be released as a striker. And I mean, that has a lot of intrigue because Olise is very meta here already in this game. But like, make this card unique compared to the team of the season. If the card comes out, his TOTS card's already 96. And if it doesn't have like low driven, or if it still has finesse, tech, and rapid, and then they add low driven, and it doesn't seem different than his team of the season card here, then that wouldn't be as cool. But hopefully EA do something for these cards that they're kind of releasing again in terms of these players, that they make something unique about them. So that's what we're looking for. Now, things we don't know yet. We do not know about SBC leaks or evolution leaks, but like we looked at in yesterday's video, when it comes to shapeshifters, the SBCs were one of the best parts back then, and we expect Evos to be a big part of shapeshifter content this time around too. So it's a Thursday, you guys know the drill. Watch out for more leaks. That's a huge part of what we're going to be watching for today in terms of content and news. Leaks are going to be a massive part of that, because that will really just help us determine how good of a promo this is going to be. Sure, the cards can look insane and look fun and look silly to a degree and intriguing, and the stats can look crazy, but if we don't have good SBCs or good evolutions, you might as well just chalk it. We just experienced that with Ultimate TOTS and a whole TOTS promo over a month long. where there were some inconsistencies with that for sure. Now, let's talk about Rivals Rewards today and move on to more of the last day of Ultimate TOTS. Of course, we're happy to see this one go away. But as we mentioned, Rivals Rewards is probably not going to have that big of an impact on the market. And I know a lot of you guys would like to buy Team of the Season cards for your teams before they go away. And I think there could be some good investments here. A card like Harry Kane. His new Shapeshifter could be ridiculously expensive. If it is, this one could rebound a bit more because people would say, I can't use the new Harry Kane. I'll still go and use that one. Maybe even a card who's not getting a Shapeshifter is more of a safer investment at the moment. Maybe a McTominay or a Vinny Jr. or even a Retegui, a card that people regard as very, very good. I've used him. He's insane in this game, but, doesn't get a whole lot of press, but it's probably pretty rare during this Ultimate TOTS promo and it hasn't gotten packed a lot. Or maybe it's a card like Ousmane Dembele, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal. If you want to buy one of these for your team, I think you can go ahead and splash the cash today. And here's why. I mean, it's June, and we're getting into the silly season of summertime. Sure, these cards are going to drop. If you take a look and zoom out in the next month at how much Lamine Yamal is going to be by the end of June, maybe into July, he's probably going to be a couple 100,000 coins less. He might be under 2 mil by the time we get to the end of June. He seriously could be, with content, with new icons, with shapeshifters, SBCs, and Evos, he could be down that low. However, you just got to use the cards you want to use right now at this stage of the game. So if you see a bit of a dip in price on some of these cards today, then I think you go ahead and you buy. And I think whether it's a short-term buy for your team and hold on to it for a week, or if it's like 3 to 4 months and you hold on to this till the end of the game just because it's a card you want to use, that's going to be a decision that kind of you have to make. And how long you want to hold the card is kind of up to you. But it really just depends on how well these cards do out of packs. It depends on how good the content is for shapeshifters in terms of SBCs and evolutions that are going to be coming out. So in terms of those Rivals Rewards and those TOTS cards there, it's kind of just a down to you decision. I don't think I would look at investing in TOTS cards from Ultimate TOTS as a really good way and guaranteed way to make coins. Personally, I wouldn't do that. It just seems like maybe something you buy for your team and just use and enjoy. Now, Rivals Rewards, last thing I want to mention is we've also known that the rewards today, if you open them, they will include Ultimate TOTS or Shapeshifters in the player picks or in some of the guaranteed packs. Of course, Shapeshifters aren't in packs yet. There will not be Shapeshifters in these packs today. It'll just be Ultimate Team of the Seasons. Watch out and see if anything is glitched with those, or you maybe are going to hold those for tomorrow with the Shapeshifters team being released. That would be fun, at least right after content drop, ripping your Rivals Rewards. If you save that pack for the new promo card just came out, that at least sounds a little bit interesting to me. Now, last day of TOTS today. Let's go over the content we're expecting to see. Maybe the biggest thing is SP, the weekly SP refreshes today. This is going to be really jumping a lot of people ahead into the next big boost and almost to the end of the season, to be honest. A lot of people are going to be leveling up, maybe past level 30 or getting close to level 30 today for those that are really, really, really far ahead. But the weekly objectives are going to refresh. One thing I'd really watch to see is, do EA subtract some SP from this? Do they slow it down a little bit? Because they could absolutely do that, but I don't think they will. I mean, we'll just have to see. Do they change any of the SP amounts that you get from like the daily, the weekly objectives? Of course, if you're playing manager mode, player career mode, or clubs rush, those SP objectives are going to reset today as well at the Rivals Rewards time frame. So just watch out for leveling up in the season. It's going to be a big day for that, and surely a lot of people are going to be getting to level 30 and beyond with that grind. And then this weekend, as we said earlier this week, people are going to be getting to that Kaká and that Rafael Leao probably this weekend on this game. Now, another question I have, are we going to get a daily login? We've had a daily login SBC and objective for like the last 2 months on this game, and I don't know if we're going to get one because it is expiring today. The SBC, I believe, is as well as Team of the Season is ending today. Again, we can make a comment about that. Finally, it is ending. I'm curious to know if we get a daily login. It's not that big of a deal, but usually on Thursdays we get that. We may not this time. We'll just have to see. And the last thing is we still have 2 flashback and end of the era cards that have been leaked that have not dropped yet. The first is Carlitos Vela and the second is Wilfried Zaha. So we're still looking for those 2 guys. Maybe they'll come as a part of a 2-part SBC, something related to the MLS. We'll just have to watch out for that today too, as both of those should be dropping. But it's really just the SP today that we're looking forward to and those 2 cards. I'm not really expecting much else. Thursdays have been very, very quiet days. A day to get some crafting done. last day as well to get the 1 of 15 encore player picks done. I would not be surprised if EA re-released these at some point during Shapeshifters. Maybe it's tomorrow and Friday, maybe it's later on during the weekend, but that's kind of something if you want to do a last 1 or 2 of those to be watching out for. But I think for me and for a lot of us right now, it is more so about the 82 times 20s if you want to grind those or if you don't. I'm going to be grinding those today with these 82 plus player picks, hopefully helping out. And we're going to end the video with a pack. We're not going to end the pack with a video. If you stayed to the end yesterday and you saw that, you were in for a treat. Now today, hopefully we can pack a TOTS out of these 10, or really realistically saying, hopefully we can pack some 87s and some 85s, 86s, anything 85 plus really is what we would like to keep crafting into those 82 20s, which I'm finding a little bit of motivation for at the moment. Not like anything super crazy, but since they are a little bit easier and I find myself doing more than I thought I could even do just by doing a little bit of menu grind like this, I mean, it's not bad. It's not terrible, but wow, these player picks are the opposite. They are bad. Goodness gracious. Only 185? No walkouts yet? Okay, maybe some time for some crafting upgrades for me. I just went through all 10 of those and had an 85 rated Robertson as my highest rated card. That is cheeks. But I'm going to do some more of those today and keep crafting it up. Again, I still believe that I have one of these 82 times 20s. Let's open it. I still wish the 82 times 20 requirements were different and more craftable. But did I get a walk out there? I did. See if we get any 86s or 7s. That's what we're really hunting. 89 Donna, 88 Endler, 85 Walsh. Okay, so got a couple there. That's about par for the course. Those 82s to 84s are going to go into the Team of the Week packs, and then 82s and below from the club are going to go other places. But yeah, do those. Do the 77 times 5s and craft it up to your heart's desire for the last day of Ultimate TOTS today. I wish you guys the best pack luck if you're still grinding, and if you're just like, nah, Nate, give me Shapeshifters, then best of luck saving your packs, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow for sure. Best of luck if you're qualified for champs today, and today might also be a good day to get ahead for rivals. I'm speaking to myself when I say this. I'm getting the regular weekly rewards, but I need to get ahead on rivals today since I'm already qualified for champs, so I can set myself up for some rewards during Shapeshifters next week at a higher division and get some points ahead of time. Because you know what, it would be nice actually, by the way, since we are in June, if EA reduced the number of wins that we needed just for the summertime for these rivals rewards. Like just subtract one reward off the weekly, so like 12 points instead of 15, and then instead of 35 points, maybe like 27, something like that, or 29, something like that. That would be super duper nice because it is the summertime, and usually at this time of the game things come easy. EA make it more simple, as it should be during the summer silly season, if you will, on FC 25. So that's going to be the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy, and if you're excited for Shapeshifters, drop a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling about things. And if you're new around here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We're going to make some coins today. We're going to hopefully pack some more blues, the last blues of Ultimate Team of the season, and see how high we can get this TOTS counter. 356. Maybe we can get to 365. Maybe 375 if we really go hard with 82 20s and have some good luck. It's probably dreaming, but if I get over 365, I'll be happy. One TOTS for every day of the year. Anyways, I'm off, guys. Have a great Thursday, and I'll see you in the stream today here on YouTube or on Twitch or on TikTok. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Thursday. Peace out.